The festival in itself offers the patron quite a bit. I mean, there are free events, like you rightfully said, like Jazz on the Square. The activities in Marigo, where we featured Midnight Groovers, it was free. Activities such as Tea Time Jazz at La Place Carunage is free. Moshi Musica Creole is free. There's a very nice combination between events that are free and events that are paying. And even in the structure of the paying events, there are a lot of events, though you have to pay, it's affordable. So the rate starts from 40 EC dollars going all the way to as much as 200 EC dollars. So there's really something for every patron. There's really something, you really give the patrons, St. Lucians alike, the chance to experience the festival. A lot of the activities, some of them are community-based events. So what they do is it really brings out the entire community from suppliers. So for some of the events, what happens is suppliers from the communities come out. You have vendors from the communities coming out, and we also feature artists and artisans from the community. So for some of the events that are community-based, it really brings out that family connection, the bonding. It really allows the community, it really brings out that community vibe, because you have everybody working towards that one goal. You have everybody working towards having people come visit the community to see, what that community is about. The festival does have what we call capacity building, which is the educational components of the festival. So ideally what happens is there are a lot of artists who come to St. Lucia, and what happens is we have like an exchange program. So you come to St. Lucia, but we do invite some of them to conduct workshops, to be part of seminars and workshops where they can impart some knowledge, as it pertains to performance, artist management, in terms of skills, in terms of playing your instrument. And a lot of them do agree, to do some of those workshops. We've had examples of Arturo Tapin from Barbados. He comes all the time, and he's always willing to teach the students. He works closely with the St. Lucia School of Music. This year for the 25th anniversary, we had Chris Tandrin, the guitarist as well, who did work with the students from the St. Lucia School of Music. Stage 2 is a new concept that we had for the 25th anniversary. What we recognize is for the 25 years of the festival, St. Lucia, first of all, has a lot of talent. And for the main stage, we typically feature 3 St. Lucian artists, 1 per day. But we felt throughout the 25 years of the festival, there were lots of St. Lucian artists that had passed through the festival, that had contributed in a significant way to the festival, and who, in terms of impact, could have done just as good as any international artist. So we reconfigured what we call an emerging act stage to now a stage 2. And so we were able to feature at least 10 St. Lucian artists, on that stage. And 10 St. Lucian wow artists, I say myself. I mean, we saw Rob Zai Taylor, who's a very good sax player. We saw Alibi featuring Richard Payne and Tedderson John from St. Lucia. Tedderson John plays drums as well, so we saw a different side of Tedderson John. There was Skip Monday, who was they like a rock band, and the reviews and even on the days, the reviews we got from stage 2, who are these artists, who are they? Everything just came together on stage 2, and I think it's an idea that we will develop and will continue for the next years to come. The Artist Village for us this year was new. We wanted a new way, or at least a way to give artists, at least the visual artists, their space. A place where artists can come, and anything artsy that you wanted to see, you wanted to feel, the environment, the ambience, for artists. We wanted to create that type of space for them. And I think the Arts Village did just that. It was actually a venue that you could have gone to if you were somebody who was interested in solely and wholly the arts.
Super special because it has everything you can ever dream of on the island. When I first originally came on island when I was 8 years old, I took everything for granted. Leaving the island and coming back makes you appreciate all the beauty of St. Lucia. But Sufre as a whole, with all the greenery, the pitons, we've got all the features that the tourists actually come on island to see, just makes it very, very special. Every single hotel and every single area you go to on island is so different, and the people are very, very friendly, and you get different types of people throughout the island. So you meet all varieties, and it isn't just St. Lucians. You do actually get to meet a lot of people who work in the industry, who aren't St. Lucian, who are just as friendly as the St. Lucians, because it's something that just catches on. Hotel Chocolat was established on island in 2006. We actually found out that St. Lucia grows one of the finest flavour cocoas you can get in the world. So there's 8 countries in the world that does fine flavour cocoa, and St. Lucia happens to be one of them. I think the help of the sulphur springs and what it actually does to the earth actually helps with that. So Hotel Chocolat came on island firstly for the cocoa, because we are chocolatiers and not hoteliers. And then secondly, we actually decided to do a cacao cuisine. So everything in our restaurant is incorporated with cocoa in some form. So not necessarily chocolate, but it has got cocoa running through it.
I came here with my husband just over 10 years ago, and it's easy just to say that we built the business from the floor up. When we arrived on island, there was just the old cocoa plantation that was still in production, but hadn't had any investment in it for many, many years. We had 12 part-time workers at the time, and we had a huge goal to do 3 stages of the project, which was, the first part was rejuvenating the cocoa industry. And the second part of the project was to build a boutique hotel, which is obviously called the Boucan. And that's been in operation for, I believe, 4.5 years, 5 years. And then the last part of the project, which we are still in the process of doing, is actually building the chocolate factory. So in the 10 years, we're sitting at 110 employees. And that's across 3 divisions. That's across the construction workers, the agricultural workers, and also the hotel sector. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, I attended it this year. I attended it in Dufria. I've also been to the Pigeon Island several times in the 10 years that I've been on island. And I wouldn't say a lot of people book to come to stay with us because of the jazz. However, when they do come down to stay with us, they do actually go and join in, and we actually take our own boat up there, drop them off, and they have a full day picnics and drinks on board and things like that. So I wouldn't necessarily say that people purely come down just for the jazz festival to our hotel. They come down for the chocolate experience, and then we introduce them to something new, which is obviously the jazz festival. And we did have guests going this year up to the jazz for the final day, which was on the Sunday. And they had a blast. They really did have a blast. So anybody that comes down, we try and really encourage them to go, because it's something very unique that you're here, so why not go and experience it?